Today might be a first time. What's up, guys? Fosmith here. It's my second video today. This might be a first. I unfortunately have some very unfortunate news. A lot of you might be aware of this already. The author of Berserk, Kentaro Miura, has passed away. It was announced today by his publisher. He actually passed away a couple of weeks ago on May 6th at 2 p.m. And he was 54. It looks like he passed away from a heart attack, essentially. It's very unfortunate. He had been serializing Berserk since 1989, and currently I believe it's at volume 40, and it's still incomplete. So unfortunately, what this means is that it's going to remain that way. I remember when I first saw the animation, the first animation by OLM, the same company that actually does Pokemon, back in 1997. It was quite a shock, the ending, because it ends at right when all the God Hands appear. And if you've read Berserk and you know the story, then you know what happens there. But I wanted to go over a couple of reactions from some notable Japanese manga artists, because I figure there's people that know Berserk better than I do, and there's people that know Miura Sensei's work better than I do. But I could look at, since I'm fairly proficient in Japanese, I could look at the tweets of a couple of Japanese manga artists and see what they have to say. So the first reaction that we have here, just looking at the trend for Berserk, is one from Inoue Junichi. Now, this manga artist is fairly big in Japan. He might not be known as well as in the West or in the United States. He wrote a comic called Me and My Chinese Wife. He's a Japanese guy married to a much younger Chinese woman, and he wrote about his experiences and culture shock because he lived in China for a while as well after he married his wife. And he put it into a manga form. So what he's saying here is Berserk was the correct answer. There was a wave of the fantasy genre that was hitting our shores from foreign countries. And Berserk was the perfect answer to that genre. In Japanese fantasy comics, there's only before Berserk and after Berserk. And this person, Inoue Junichi, is actually, he does trading card RPG design as well, and he goes on to talk about how much Miura Sensei's influence permeated throughout his work. Okay, so here's a reaction from Mashima Hiro. You may know him from Fairy Tail. Berserk is my youth in progress, essentially. Seishin Jidai means it's a word that means teenage years in Japan. Teenage years is the type of life that you look back fondly when you're an adult. And even though I am this old, I was always waiting for the trade paperbacks to come out with bated breath. It hurts so bad I can't think. I pray that Miura Sensei rests in peace. Let's give Mashima Sensei a heart here. And let's see. Okay, here's Yoshikawa Miki. She's a shoujo manga artist. I think she's appeared in the last 10 years or so. And she says the most recent interview she gave, when she was asked what manga influenced her work the most, she just replied Berserk. This happened a couple days ago. Rest in peace. So, as you can see, I'm sorry, Yoshikawa Miki is serialized in Shonen magazine. She's not a shoujo comic book artist. As you can see, the influence that Miura Sensei had on manga and fiction in general has been extremely large. Here's something right here. Twitter trends: America #6, Berserk; Mexico #1, Berserk; England #3, Kentaro Miura; France #1, Kentaro Miura; Germany, Kentaro Miura; Italy #3, Spain #1, Belgium #1, Switzerland #1. So this really gives you a scope of how beloved Berserk was as a comic book series, and it's one of the last remnants, ongoing series from the late '80s that really didn't, that really hasn't completed the story yet, its story yet. So it's really unfortunate this happened. I'm gonna miss him from the bottom of my heart. I mean, he's one of the very few comic book artists that shocked me with his pages, just with the number one, his artwork is so intricate and detailed, and number two, it's just the way the story progressed and what happens in the story was shocking to me. So it's unfortunate. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. I'm a little bit depressed. I might go grab a drink. This has been Fossmith. If you want to hear more, you don't want to hear more stories like this. If you would like to see videos covering manga in general, please hit the like and subscribe. Really helps out. And I'll talk to you folks later. Peace.